Hello there and welcome back to some more Borderlands Game of the Year edition. It's me, Joey. In the last episode what we did was we went through and almost finished this DLC for real. Now we're just going to go to the armory one more time and then we'll be done. I'm using Old Faithful, my wired Xbox 360 controller. My dad has a wireless one that I usually use. But I've gone through 2 sets of batteries in it, so I need to use the wired controller that I use instead. It's Old Faithful because it's freaking old as balls. It's like 2006. I have this controller, and so it creaks, and you might hear the legendary Xbox 360 squeak. You might go when I press the triggers, which you might be able to hear, but hopefully it'll be alright. It's never put a foot wrong yet. It has some, you know, before we had Joy-Con drift, we had Xbox 360 analog stick drift, but it's fine. It works well enough. You might just see the camera start going weird, or I start moving when I'm not holding the button or whatever. But I'll fix it as soon as possible. You just re-tap the button, it goes away. You get used to these quirks as you play. Bye. Alright, we're going to ignore all the lance. We're not interested in them. Obviously, we're just going to go straight through them. Yeah, and this is the final mission I have to do. Once this is done, I am actually done with this DLC. I've got to go back to Zombie World. And then we can start the 4th DLC after that. Don't you do that. Okay. I don't really remember the 4th DLC all that well. I remember these two, but the next one I really don't remember at all. We'll have to see. We should be good though. Right, onward to the deep fathoms. Can't believe I got that right. Good job, me. Still got Premiere Pro open. I've rendered the last 3 episodes this morning when I woke up, and so now I've just got to do these 3, and we'll be good to go for the week. And then after this game, I've got to start Dragon Quest XI, another massive RPG, but it's a big RPG in a different way. I might find something much smaller to do in between. You know, like a Luigi's Mansion 3 sort of length, you know, 20 hours at most. Rather than this, which has been going for a while now. I mean, this is actually like episode 24 or something, so it hasn't been that long. But I just want to do one that's a bit shorter, like a platformer or something like that. So I can get annoyed at that instead. If anyone has any good suggestions, let me know. Tio came up with this one, so if you like Borderlands, you have him to thank, since all the people on my Patreon, not that I do a very good job of advertising myself, but it's there. People who donate, I don't remember what tier it is. I think it's 5, but it could be any. I'll do it for any, it doesn't bother me. You get to tell me one playthrough you'd like me to do. And I'll do it throughout the course of the year. Of course, if a lot of people do it, I'll have to make some sort of like schedule list thing. So I can split up long RPGs with smaller things in between. But, you know, if you have a game you go, oh, I want you to play a Call of Duty campaign, even though you're really bad at FPS, I guess I'll do it. It won't be very fun for you because you get annoyed at me dying all the time, but that's fine. All I will say is you don't get to tell me what difficulty to play on. I get to play on whatever I want, but you have to know something about me. I won't play on the easiest difficulty out of like some sort of weird ego thing, but I probably wouldn't play on veteran in the example of Call of Duty. I'll probably play on the 2nd hardest difficulty and just get used to dying and restarting over and over again. See ya. Like this game, it doesn't have a difficulty, so I don't have much choice. But I just play on this mode and do all the quests I think I can do. You know, I played the Circle of Slaughter and died 20 times in a row, but kept doing it because I have that thing as well, and my parents always tell me about it. When I was growing up, it was the same, but it's better now that I'm an adult, but not as it's not fixed. Let's put it that way. Once I start doing something, I can't stop doing it until I've succeeded at it. So, in a game, I used to get really angry and shout and swear and hurt myself because I would lose and I couldn't, like, stop. I'd have to keep going until I won. And so I remember Bomberman. There's a Bomberman game on the Wii. It's like Mario Party in a way. But it has a single player campaign. It's a bit odd, but I like it. There's a game with like rafts. It's kind of like Frogger, except you move left to right on these like moving rafts. And I used to get so annoyed because I'd get almost to the A rank or S rank and then die and have to start over again. And I sat there for like 8 hours one night doing it. And shouting and screaming and getting teary-eyed and all this nonsense. And just had to keep doing it. And eventually I succeeded. But that's a lot of where my problem comes from as well. Even when I eventually managed to do it, I don't feel satisfied. In a sort of what's the right word? In a sort of anti or like illogical way, I feel annoyed because I didn't do it faster. And so these days, I try to recognize when I'm doing that, and stop myself before it happens, if that makes sense. I try to make it so I'm not so aggro with myself all the time, because being that aggro is not good for your mental health. And so I let myself, I still get annoyed, but I let myself sort of calm down if I need to. And come back to things too if I feel like it's relevant. So last time I got level 45, I upgraded my shield capacity recharge rate to the max it could be. So that's 25% better than whatever my shield says it is. Which will make a big difference later on when I get big shields. I don't know that I'll ever get a big shield in this playthrough, since I've only got one more DLC to do, and it doesn't scale with my level, I don't think, above 35. Although it might. If I get quests and they start at level 45, they'll probably be quite hard. But then I might also get gear that is level 45 too. And that would be nice. I'm pretty sure I remember the 4th DLC being the hardest one, because this is the last one, so they made it harder. But you won't be able to see me beat Cormorax or maybe even the Underdome. Although knowing me, I'll probably set aside a day and just do the Underdome on my own, because I won't be able to leave it undone. I was going to say I'm glad I can do this without really thinking about it, but then I almost died. I mean, I'm fine. My recharge is pretty good. So I should probably just run straight through now, eh? Let's not be foolish now. Get out of here. But yeah, eventually I will play Borderlands 2, and then when Borderlands 3 comes to Steam, which it is coming, I'm eventually going to play that too. So this could be like, you know, a year or two from now. I don't tend to do things straight after one another unless I've been asked to play through the whole series of a thing. Like, Tio gets special privileges because I've known him for a long time. He was like my first real internet friend, and he's been like solid as a fucking rock ever since. So he gets special privileges where he gets to tell me to play a whole series, and I'll do it. Like, he wanted me to play through Crash 1, or maybe it was the original trilogy, I don't really remember. But instead I just played through all of them. It was a while ago now. Anyway, we'll probably have to fight Nox again. But then after this it will be done. I don't know if I'll get an achievement for doing all of the missions, but we'll see. What level did I enter this DLC at? 38? Maybe it was 40. Same again as last time. Just do big shoot. Over and over again. As long as you're quick about it, you won't have an answer. Marcus' gold again. Badass is a little bit scary. Everyone else, though, we just leave. See ya. Now, this time I've got to not get lost as I'm exploring this area. Because if I get lost again, I'll be upset because I lost a minute of loot time just being lost. You know, it's not a very good business model to explode your own like weapons factory over and over again. I'm sure the insurers are going to get quite upset with you if you keep doing that. But oh well. It's not up to me. Here we go.
Alright, we got guns over here.
Don't forget these ones. Okay, good. Keep going. Want all of the big chests. This is the way I was supposed to go. I don't know how I ended up going the wrong way before. Just looking for yellow and cyan lines coming out of the weapons. How do I use this? Okay, so I use it. It's a cool shield. Okay, no good. Right. This is how I wanted to work out how to use this machine before, but I couldn't figure it out.
T-minus 2 minutes.
Okay, 2 minutes. I know this wall has a lot of stuff in it. It's a cool weapon. A little bit less defense, but all the other stats are better, so I might actually be interested. I'm pretty sure it's only the Nox chests that can have the good shit in.
Always room for more loot.
There's a Vidium weapon there. 2 Vidium weapons. Okay. Nope. As soon as it gets to about 30 seconds, I'll leave. You have my word. I will leave. Next.
1 minute until you are a red smear on the sand.
I think I can go down as well. Right, down twice. Right, this is the last one, and then I'm going to leave. Okay. No good. Oh well. Here we go. And then back.
You only have 30 seconds left.
Yeah, gotta get out.
Athena, out.
Gotta get out. I know I don't actually die if I explode, but for logic's sake, I'm going to try and leave.
Seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Bye bye. Again, I think they thought it was better than it was. Again, also if you had 4 people, you could probably do a pretty clean sweep of the place if you had a good route. Or route, if you live where I live. I don't know why I said route. But I don't have one. I just fumble about pressing buttons and hoping it works. Alright, so let's go into Marcus's layout and say we're done. Mission complete. And I think that's the end of it. Don't think anyone else has a quest for us. I'd probably hear about it. I'd go into a menu and one of them would go, "Hello, I've got a quest for you," and I'd be like, "Okay, cool." aim power.
Come on in and take a look.
Hello. Hopefully the third time was the charm. Yeah, also not really. I mean, this gun's pretty good. It's got lots of recoil reduction, and it's 2 times weapon zoom, and it has good accuracy. So I might use it. If we compare stats real quick. 204. It's a little bit less powerful, but it has more ammo and is better in most every other way. Its accuracy seems pretty good. So I'll take it. It's the time I'm showing personal growth. I'm doing something that's not purely damage, like a small brain. I'm actually trying to use logic.
Can I help you?
No, I thought maybe you might have a little quest for me. A little questy poo. No. Okay. Let's warp back to zombie world because we have to get all the brains. I knew the brains were useful for something, but I couldn't remember what it was. Jacob's Cove. Jacobs. Please ignore the mouse cursor. It happens anytime there's a menu. And it goes away eventually on its own. Okay, so I've got to go to Hallow's End. Yeah. I've got to go to Hallow's End, and that's where he is. I didn't read that. I remembered reading it. And now I've got to go. Let's check the Jacobs machine as well, because I don't think they do machine guns, but if they did, it'd be pretty sweet. I'd accept it.
100 rounds in the magazine? With a Jacobs, you'll only need 1.
Yeah, you could do a single fire weapon though, that'd be pretty cool. A single fire machine gun, I'd take that.
Guns for professional mercs. And heavy action.
Okay, right, let's go to Hallow's End. This isn't the fastest way there, but this is the way I've chosen. Yeah, they're still level 35, 10 levels lower than me. The real question is going to be, do I get anything from the brains I've already got? So to get the brains, you have to kill them with a headshot. Or basically do critical damage, but their critical head point, critical weak point is the head. I'll get my words right eventually. There you go. So you do all the critical damage, and you get the brains. I might have enough brains for like 2 of the missions, and then I'm gonna have to farm zombies. But that's fine. The auto aim doesn't want me to aim for their head. It aims for the body, which makes sense because it's easier to hit. But that's why I'm tending to use single fire shots and not aim down sight. Or ADS for those in the know. Again, I know most of these terminologies only because my younger brother plays a lot of first-person shooters and he knows what he's doing, rather than me, who definitely does not. Hallow's End. Okay, so somewhere around here there is a creepy treehouse. What's that? There is a like field. I've been past it before, I believe. And the field is where the person I'm looking for is. It's a part of the map I would never have otherwise gone to. Right. I think it's this way. Because I don't think I've ever been down here. Or maybe I have. Okay, let's go around here and see if this is it, and if it's not, then I'll look again. It might have actually been where Pumpkinhead was. Just collecting brains while I've got some. Again, not knowing whether this is actually useful or not. It might only count after I get the quest. Gallows. Could be here. Could be anywhere, honestly. So washing machine here. This is a bit strange, but okay. Give me some of that money. It's a big box over there. That's not it. Okay. Keep looking. Yes, the zombie drops a rocket launcher. Perfectly sensible. Not at all strange.
It's like having another soldier on the field.
Oh, this thing's gonna rip through the zombies.
Critical hit.
Bye. Thanks for the brains. Ooh, it's a Tankenstein. Ow. Less of that, please. Any brains? Thank you.
I love this damn thing.
Good brains for good people. Alright, so if this bit of the map was the way I was supposed to go, then it must be over here somewhere.
Point them down. Oh, you know that hurt.
Again, it's been a while since I've actually had to do it. And I didn't look particularly hard for where I was supposed to go. There's this weapon chest with a definite legendary in it, though. Oh. Fool. Stupid fool. No legendary weapon for you. I don't deserve one, honestly.
Nailed it.
Hey. Okay. Let's go to the right instead. Up to where the Pumpkin Lord is.
Oh, that hurt.
Or rather, was. Since he dead now. He dead. Shoot wildly into the crowd, hopefully get some crits. It's a lot easier to get zombie brains with a single fire weapon, turns out. It's quite hard to do with a burst fire or automatic fire weapon.
Critical, PI. Oh, you know that hurt.
Kill. Okay, so probably somewhere around here. Is a friend. Probably. So now over here. Let's check the useful signboards. Gallows, Pumpkin Passions, Shady Oaks. ammo over here. Doors are all shut to me. Hello? Oh, I guess the midget zombies slowed me down. This is a lot of zombos.
Target hit.
Again though, all good. Yeah, the midget zombies, I think they stun me when they hit. So I can't move at all. Which combined with all the suicide zombies and stuff could be quite bad. Here's the gallows. And many a dead man. Anything over this dead end? TK's leg for the living impaired. TK lives. TK Bar has prosthetic leg. TK Bar must be nearby. Find him. TK Baha lives, sort of. The poor guy's been turned into a zombie and all he can talk about is brains. Maybe he can ease his pain. Get TK some brains to eat. TK seems to be in dire need of brain to munch on. Okay, so it's 10 brains after this point. No problem. Let's kill some zomboles and get some brains. This is again a quest you're supposed to find way earlier, and then by the time you've done the DLC, it's finished. You give him a few brains, he appears to be coughing up an item. TK is still hungry for brains, get him some more. Brains. You gave him more brains. He appears to be coughing up an item. Brains. TK's hunger seems to be growing. Find him more brains. It's pretty gross, isn't it? Ugh. Thank you. What does this one do? Oh, I thought it said 135% damage. If it said 135% damage, I would have had it. But it says 36% damage. Which is still pretty good, but it's not what I'm looking for. You give him a bunch of brains, he appears to be coughing up an item. Brains. TK still needs brains, apparently a lot of them. Right, you chomp down on them, you give me an item. I'll wait. And do some more shooting. Oh boy, we're shooting. It's no good for me, but I'll take it. Right, anyway. But I'll run all around and make the job, get the job done. Okay, TK. You give him a bunch of brains, he appears to be coughing up an item. And finally, holy crap, this time you're going to come back with enough. Find him more brains.
Brains over easy. Scrambled brains. Poached brains. Brains Benedict.
Alright, so 250. The final challenge. Here we go. You give him a butt ton of brains. He appears to be coughing up an item. Hopefully he's finally satiated and he's cleared his stomach of loot. Birds. The mission is complete. Completed the brains mission. Fuck you. Okay. Sorry. I let my anger get the hold of me. Let's walk back to the start of the area. Okay, so I'll see you guys next time when we finally start the 4th DLC. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you then. Goodbye.